was, and the stream that's running outside the house, and the dog things, which, you know, are great, but I just thought, oh God, you know, how am I going to sell this? You know, and I'd just been through the experience of putting out 5 Leaves Left, Nick Drake's first record, which I thought, he's so great that this record's got to have an impact. People are going to buy this record, and they didn't. People didn't buy the record. And she's obviously not going to come and go on tour. She's got a family to raise. And I thought, oh God, I can't do this, because it's just going to be disappointing, because the songs aren't commercial. She's not going to tour. It's a disaster waiting to happen. But she still had this magical allure for me. I just thought her voice and her songs were kind of wonderful. And so I finally said, okay, we can do it in a week. That's all we got is a week, you know. And so she said, okay, anything, you know. And so she came down to London. We spent a week in the studio. I got Robin Williamson, Dave Swarbrick, and a few other people to come and play on a few tracks. And I had this deal with Island Records. And after Nick and all of that, I didn't dare even play it to them. They were supposed to put out everything I produced. But I knew, I was beginning to understand that there was no point in giving them things that they couldn't market successfully. And some A&R man at Fontana Records, which was part of Philips, had met me somewhere and said, I'd love to put out something you produce. I thought, okay. So I didn't even play this record to Chris Blackwell. And I just took it straight to Fontana, and I said to Blackwell later, I said, you wouldn't have liked it, don't worry. And so they put it out, but by the time they put it out, the guy that had made the deal had left the company, and so the marketing people had no interest in it. And I think they pressed less than 500 copies. And the fact that, I mean, Nick Drake, I think Island sold in the first year after it was released maybe 2,000 copies. But Vashti Bunyan sold 100 or 150 copies, something like that. I mean, tiny amount of records. And years and years went by, and the fact that there were so few records in circulation is weirdly responsible for what's happened to Vashti now, because some people discovered it and started being swapped around tapes of it. People talked about it. And then it started appearing on these vinyl auctions. And people were paying 500, 700, 800 pounds for a Vashti Bunyan record because there were so few of them. They were like hen's teeth. And the fact that they were selling for such huge numbers got the attention of some labels. And that's what made them notice Vashti, because of these numbers they'd see at these vinyl auctions. Who the hell is this? Why is somebody paying £1,000 for a Vashti Bunyan record? And that led to her, I helped her get the rights back from Philips, which was now Universal. And suddenly the record came out, and I get these royalty statements as producer. I think she sold about 35,000 or 40,000 records now. And one of the tracks is on the T-Mobile commercial, you know. So it's all and she's having a great time. It's very, it's a little sad for me in a way, because every time I see Vashti going around and doing these tours all over the world and performing at the Barbican, and you know, I think about the people who aren't here anymore to enjoy that kind of success, you know. And but it's great for her. I'm very pleased for her.